I got the watermelon Stella.
I always see it and I never buy it, and so I haven't tried it.
But I'm mad. I don't have a
Why?
wine glass anymore. It broke. So now I have to use this whiskey glass, and it's just, they just don't blend. And I'm gonna be here
You could drink out the
angrily
bottle.
sipping.
You could drink
Let
out
me
the
try.
bottle.
Let me see.
That's what my friends be doing. We get some Stella, everybody gets their own bottle, and then you just have you a good time.
It's okay.
It's still
all right.
glass.
No, I mean the Stella's okay. I don't know. Maybe it does need a glass. Maybe it needs that oxygenation. I don't even know if I'm saying the right fucking word.
Me either. You know, I don't know nothing about alcohol.
Yeah, you know, I don't even speak English.
You're right.
Man, so let me tell you about this fucking weird ass dream I had a few weeks ago.
Tell me. Oh, I bought this kit for the little Moss Amigos.
Moss Amigos.
Yeah, because, you know, like, we didn't have stuff and they didn't really give us that much info from what we got. But on Etsy, somebody was selling, they're selling the moss balls with the Marimo moss balls. And so they had a kit because, okay, the company that I bought the ones that I got me and you, they had a kit, but it's sold out. Oh. And so I was like, I wonder if other people sell kits. And so this one, not only does it sell a kit, but I left the instructions over there. It came with a little instruction thing for everything. And it came with like some Marimo sea salt. You put 1 pinch in.
Yeah, because Carlos did say they do eat.
Yeah, and so their instructions that they gave us didn't say anything about eating.
But Carlos told me
and then it came with handling stuff, like, because I know you're supposed to swirl the water, which this is just together.
Is that a honeycomb swirler thing?
Yeah, and so you're supposed to, like, every day or whatever, just swirl the water for them. And then it came with this little thing to handle them.
I have an intention spoon, so maybe I could use that.
Yeah, and then it also came with like some like food stuff, like some drops that you could put in. It says you don't have to, but it's like little food drops or whatever you put in every couple of days or something. Especially like if it's struggling. Luckily, I'm surprised mine's is not struggling because, you know, I don't have a green thumb. Plants don't be working with me. But he's not brown. He's still green. I check on him. And it also came with this metal ice cube because I guess they like it cold.
Really now?
So when I clean it, which I'm going to clean it today after we finish because I haven't cleaned it this week, I'm going to clean it and then put this little cube in there amongst the little stones that it's in there with.
Okay.
And then I think I'm gonna put a pinch of the salt and then might put a drop of the little food stuff. But I was like, oh, this is what I need, because the company that I got those from, their kit came with like just these things and I feel like one other thing.
I don't know.
The little clamps and the thing, but yeah, it wasn't all of this. So this just came in the mail yesterday, so I'm about to try it out, which is good timing since I gotta clean the water and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take the beanie off for a little bit, so because I feel like that part of the head needs some sunlight too. But leave the beanie off for a week. But
it's gonna be fucking brown, and then you're gonna take.
Imagine
it's gonna have like a little hair up there. You know what I mean?
You guys, if my moss ball's head is brown, I need to get back on the Instagram. Like, I haven't been on the Item 9 podcast Instagram in like forever.
Yeah, me neither.
We got to get back on that and posting regularly.
But I just don't
feel
post,
like some people,
like, in my own one. Like, I don't, unless I'm posting something about Item 9.
That's also the problem. I don't post on my own one either. Like, I just, like, repost things I think that's funny, but I don't, like, actually have pictures and stuff on my actual Instagram.
Yeah, me neither. Oh.
We got to work on that.
Have you ever heard of Derek Jackson?
Yeah. That's that guy, the advice guy.
Did you hear about him?
Yeah. Girl, how could you not see the memes? And his wife, and how she let him put her on the internet looking like she just woke up. Like, it could never be me.
She's her own person, like she said. She chose that life, so.
You know what? And you know what? Good luck. But it could not be me.
No, it could not be me either. That's why we don't go live. You know what I mean? That's why we don't post. What is it?
But
our
still,
videos.
like her man was he's giving people relationship advice.
Yes.
And he's like making money doing it.
For you people who don't know who Derek Jackson is.
We've seen him because I don't follow him or anything, but, you know, just scrolling on Instagram and stuff, you see him.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people don't know who he is. Like I know who he is, but I don't know. I think the algorithm just put him on there, and I started watching some of the stuff, and I was like, all right, yeah. But you know what? I never knew he was married.
Me either.
Like in all
But
his videos, I never ever thought, because he never said I'm married.
I personally, haven't seen that many of his videos, but I like when I saw him, I was like, that's that guy. But it's a rough story.
Yeah.
From what I seen was, I guess he has been having a relationship with another woman for multiple years.
4 years apparently. I went and I clicked on it because I was like, this dude spits a lot of game about how relationship should be, how a man should be treating a woman, how a woman should be treating her man or whatever. And to find out that this dude has been cuckolding all of us, it was just I was just like, wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I never knew he was
on
married.
Twitter. On Twitter, the memes are hilarious because, like, people are putting. I see one that said, "I'd rather drag my bare vagina across 103-degree asphalt than sit there on live with my cheating husband."
Oh man, me too. Like, I don't know. Listen, I we are definitely not once be giving relationship advice at all.
Man, yes, I don't have one, so don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm out here alone.
I'm out here alone. But I don't know. I feel like if a man has been cheating on you for multiple of years and
brought a woman into your house and into your bed while you're not there.
I did not hear about that. No.
Yes, apparently the girl who spilled the beans, the one he's been having the relationship with, the affair with, she has pictures of them in his bed.
I could not burn the whole house down. Any of the
pictures. I haven't seen the pictures, but whoever she did the interview with, she showed them the pictures.
That's fucking the disrespect.
The Honestly, disrespect. If it was me, it would be like in Waiting to Exhale. I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's good though. You should see it. I have it on DVD. I'll let you borrow it.
Okay.
It's so good. And so Angela Bassett's character, her husband leaves her for a white woman. And so she collects all of his stuff out of the closet and puts, because he was like, oh, I'm gonna come back later, pick up my stuff or whatever. She collects all his stuff out the closet and puts it in his car and it lights it on fire.
You know what? I've seen the memes about that. I know you've seen
the clip.
Just the one where the car's on fire and she's like walking away. That's probably about it.
Yeah, and then she cut her hair because he liked her hair longer, so she cut that stuff off.
Fuck you and everything, like bitch. Got to go. No.
Yeah, basically, if I was her, I threw the ponytail in the flame. Like that long hair.
But yeah, I can't believe it. I don't know. It's to me, it's just funny because I had seen some stuff going around. It's all like, if you have left your man because you were taking that dude's advice, you may be entitled to compensation. I saw that. I was like, how many people left their dudes for that?
Or vice versa. Yeah. Like, how many people was actually listening to his relationship advice?
Yeah.
And being like, you know what, this guy is speaking some truth, and then turn around, he's not applying said truth to his own relationship. Nope. I understand what she was saying about how she don't have to dress up for people or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. There's very different types of people. Yeah. I'm not the type of girl that's gonna wait for nobody. I'm not the type of girl who's going to stand by my man in a situation like that. I'd have been gone. I'd have been halfway across the U.S. by the time he went live to apologize. Yeah. I'd have been done with the kids.
She said supposedly she did. Maybe she did. But I don't know, like, the disrespect. 4 years, and that's, like, in the past, this has been an issue. So it's like, how can you go ahead and forgive that? Even though supposedly he found God. But you know what's funny? Everyone finds God when they fucked up. Everybody.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden he's there, and they're like, wait, like no.
Yeah, and it's just like,
maybe I don't know, maybe they have a relationship that we don't know about. Maybe she also has someone on the side. Maybe they have an open relationship. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, my thing is, she just, I know they said that she has resting bitch face or whatever, but
it's the whole presence.
Yeah,
it's the whole presence.
Her whole vibe, it just isn't,
it's just turned off.
Yeah.
Like she's not even there.
Yeah, like she can't even pass the vibe check because there's nothing to feel. Like we're just like, is there anyone here?
Yeah, it's like Stepford. We've talked about the movie Stepford Wives before. You know, spoiler alert. The first one,
hardcore spoiler alert.
Yeah, because I'm literally talking about the end of the movie. In the first one, they literally had robots replace their wives.
I know, you keep talking about this movie, and I need to watch this movie.
There's two different there's the one that came out in like the 70s or whatever, and then the remake that came out in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, they like did some stuff and like implanted the chip in their actual wives' heads. Wow. And so it was still their wives, but they were still like robotic and like couldn't take over. Because the twist at the end of this one is the new couple that moves in, the husband doesn't drink the Kool-Aid and trade out his wife. And so they pretend like he does it. And so she dresses up, she plays the role, but then they go in there and they wreck everything. So then the wives start all coming back too.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Oh, it's just me.
Oh, you're presenting something?
Yeah. Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Do you see that dot right there?
You know, I was seeing it, and I was like, what is...
I'm like, are you gonna die? Is like the snipe right on you? Because it's like dead on your nose, and I don't think you'd survive that blow.
I know
is it your fucking light on your mic?
Yeah. Yes, but what is it?
Reflecting
it's bouncing off of something. Yeah. I just don't know. Oh, is it this?
It moved. It moved because it wasn't there. It was on your like...
Well, when I did that...
down. Maybe when you come down. I'm sorry, this whole time I wanted to say something, but I'm all like, you haven't gone shot yet. So...
I'm trying to figure out what it's... I don't know what it's... I'm like putting my hand over everything reflective on this end, and it's not stopping.
You know what? Your microphone's usually never like that, though. I don't think I've ever seen the blue light on it.
This close? Oh... I'm very nice, but I'm not friendly. So I feel bad for other people. And obviously this makes it difficult for me to make friends. Because I also have, you know, that social anxiety where I don't say anything around people I don't know and I can't help it. And I tell myself I should say something and I still don't. Nothing I can do about it. But yeah, we were talking about that at work. Like, because I'm super nice. Like, I help people all the time. I be reading the labels for old people. Like, I'm super nice. Help people all the time. I never have any problem. But if you are new in my environment, honestly, the best thing for you to do if you really want to be my friend or talk to me is to just keep doing it. I know it's going to be like talking to a brick wall for a while, but everyone else who like befriends me, that's usually the route that they take. Or they talk about something that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Or unless you happen to find her on a day she gets an Arizona green tea she doesn't like and tries to sell it, then she'll strike up a conversation because, you know, she's also trying to make that mun. And there will also be a sucker who will buy a partially drank Arizona
well, that
green
means
tea.
you be the sucker. You're the sucker.
I am the sucker, and
you're not a sucker because we both got something out of that transaction. It's not like I told you it was half, told you I took a sip and it was half gone. Like I gave you a full Arizona, basically.
You know what's crazy? I can't even imagine doing that now. Like,
yeah, post COVID, can't do that.
No, not even post COVID, just post life. You know?
Well, when you get older, you're more choosy about whose things you drink off of and vice versa.
Yeah, but Kim, I didn't even know you. We were strangers at that point, pretty much. Other than we knew each other's names, that was it. Like, you could have had something, you know, not saying that you did. Like, obviously you don't. But, you know, there are those people who won't say anything. So, like, I'm about to pass these herps on, you know?
Definitely. Or they have, what's like, a disease
mono
kids get? Oh, like mono. Yeah, like I could have had mono.
Yeah,
and then now you have mono.
Exactly. So
and now your brothers got mono. Like, and then all their friends got mono. Because at Hyra's house, like all of her siblings have like a best friend, and so there's like other people that I've grown up around that I don't even know because they're her siblings' friends. And so like that could have flew through everyone who's connected to your family so fast. If I had mono. Or if vice versa, if any of your brothers had a friend that had mono and then they share something with them, it would have shot through all of us real fast.
We could have been like, we've all had mono.
There's so many times we all spent the night at your house.
And we were all sharing drinks, sharing food, just passing it around. Like, we didn't know.
Your house is just always full of teenagers. Like
Now they're full of adults. There's adults all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I haven't been over to your parents' house in like forever.
Yeah, it's still pretty. Well, not now because of, the whole COVID thing, but post, pre-COVID. Yeah, pre-COVID. It was like, there's always someone there. Like, they were all of them. And then, Volt now lives behind us. So that's one friend that is already there all the time. Well, no, he works and stuff. But when there's a gathering, of course, he'll eventually be there. Yeah.
Yeah, because that last time I came over, like, everybody was there because your mom was cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't know. You just told me to come and you picked me up and then we went over there and you were like doing homework.
Yeah.
And then everybody started showing up.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
And then
they just randomly have carne asadas and shit like that. I don't know why I do that. I always, whenever I'm speaking English with someone, I'll say the word that I would normally say in Spanish in English. And then I just feel like a fucking dumbass. I'm like, why am I over here like catering? Like, I can say carne asada. I can fucking roll these R's,
Yeah, you don't have to do it for me. I usually can figure out what you're saying anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, so we have a lot of random carne asadas and shit like that. And
that day, that wasn't what she made.
What
did she make ceviche?
Oh, she did make ceviche.
Because it was something that I can eat. Yeah, because I'm like, I remember eating.
Yeah, that's why we invited you. I'm like, oh, Kim can actually eat today. Let's bring her.
Yeah.
It's funny because we have a god sister who's vegan. And when Israel graduated for his bachelor's degree, we had a family get together, right? And she came. She's the only one who doesn't eat meat. And my mom forgot, so she had to go into the fridge and find like all the lettuce. And he's like, I'm just gonna make her a salad. I was all like all the poor vegetarians and vegans. That's like the default.
But me as a vegetarian, as a pescatarian, like I can usually find something to eat. It's usually like sides or sweets and stuff. I can't imagine being a vegan going to a spot where everybody's eating meat. Like there's probably nothing that you can eat.
Yeah, no.
Nothing. Like even the sweets, you can't eat that because there's like eggs and milk and stuff in it. So
yeah, so she ate the salad. She was good. Like we didn't have any dressing, so she had to put a lemon on it. We had a lot of limes and lemons, that's for sure.
Hey, that's what I would have done because I don't particularly like salad dressing. Like, because, I don't do ranch or nothing.
Oh, my God, I love ranch.
It was just crazy because I hate it. I do not like ranch.
Man.
Like, I feel like we all went through a phase as, like, kids where you find out you could put ranch on chicken and then you just dipping it.
That's that ranch life.
Ranch in the chicken. But
you drinking the gallon of ranch, just going,
No. If I ever see you drinking ranch or mayonnaise or any of that, I'm gonna just hit you in the face.
Oh God,
that's what I'm gonna have to do. You got some sense, knock some sense in there. What's wrong with you? Yeah, have you seen those? They be having those videos where it's like it's always white people eating mayonnaise out the jar.
Stop knocking these white folk. Let them freaking folk, okay?
One of my coworkers be like, white people league, and then we just laugh like. Which is awkward because like our boss is white, and I don't know if we crack those jokes around him. But you know what? I sent him a video because at first I was like, I don't even know if we're cool like that, but I'm gonna send it anyway. And I sent him a video because he likes sharks. Like he be swimming with sharks.
No fucking way.
He has pictures. There's pictures in the office that he took because one day he just like came in and put pictures up, and he took them, and it's of sharks up close, like in the water.
Shit. And
so there was this video, you've probably seen it, that was circulating where this girl pretty much was like, you gotta pretty much stiff arm a shark. I forgot what kind of shark it was. And that's how you make it leave you alone. And I was like, oh no.
What is stiff arming?
You know, like in football where they just put the arm out straight?
Oh, okay. Do you have to touch the nose? Because like apparently the nose is like.
Yeah, so she touched the face.
Heel right there.
I'm gonna send you the video too. And I was like, oh no. And I sent it to him like on his late day. So I was already at work, and then he came in and was like, that's exactly how you're supposed to handle a shark. And I was like, oh no, I think I'm gonna pass.
Wait, aren't sharks also the ones where if they go like upside down, they will die because they just kind of get paralyzed?
Girl, I don't know enough about sharks. I can ask him.
Yeah, can you ask him for me? Because I think that's the one. Do you guys know? I don't know. There's a certain sea animal that if they go upside down, they're just
They
they
done.
done.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's me, because once I'm, laying down, I'm asleep. I'm gone. Don't bug me. Shit. You know what? I'm tired of this bullshit where just because we are like gonna hit 30 or whatever, we gotta be adults. What the fuck is an adult? Could someone tell me that? Because I don't know what that is. I thought adults had their whole life together, but kind of find out they don't. So what the fuck is an adult? Stop telling me I can't go out there and have fun doing some childish stuff just because I'm an adult.
First of all, I have severe resting bitch face, and I wish somebody would tell me that I can't go home and watch Young Justice to my face. I don't think so.
Like,
Like, I'm grown, but if I can afford, it's funny. I was telling one of my coworkers because she wants to go to Universal Studios because her sister's into Harry Potter and she's younger, and she was talking about wands, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got 3."
yeah.
And she was like, "You got 3 wands?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're all the interactive ones. Like, I was like, last year for my birthday, I bought my number 2 fictional boyfriend, which I can have because I am a nerd, Sirius Black's wand for my birthday present for myself. Like, and that's my like favorite wand. Actually, it's a really nice looking wand.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice size wand. It has these cool runes in it. It's my favorite wand. But I'm like, when you're an adult, you can afford this stuff.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I never asked my parents for things because I knew they didn't have the money. And so they didn't even know like I was into this type of stuff until I got older. Like, we got PlayStation 2s sometime in high school.
Yeah.
It was like, I remember it was when the skinny one came out, because that's the one we ended up getting for Christmas. Because I'm gonna assume my mom seen the display and was like, "Oh, this is the new cool thing." And then my granny had a PlayStation, but she had like slot machine games. I don't know who told my granny about PlayStation, but she had a PlayStation, the first one, and she had like slot machine games and stuff, and she used to play. And so my mom was like, "Oh, like that's a new version of that thing." And that's what we got. Because matter of fact, that's when I first started playing The Sims.
Oh, right.
I started playing The Sims 2. I remember you, Benita had went with your family to like Fry's.
Oh yeah. Fry's, R.I.P. Fry's. Like, back in the day, that place was popping. Like, we had so many like family trips to Fry's. Like, I remember at the end of the day,
that Fry's was a big one that y'all used to always go to.
Well, they were all pretty big.
Oh, I think I only been to that one, so I assumed, I was like, this is big.
Which one was it? What was the theme?
Girl, you know I don't know.
Because there was the gear theme, there was the space theme, there was the tiki theme. They had, I think those are the 3 I remember. But they had themes, and that was my favorite part about Fry's. Like, it's just like, you go there, I'm like, I'm in a whole new technical world. But
I don't remember at all.
But I remember every time we went to Fry's, when we would check out, you know how they would have like all the snacks and stuff like that? We would all buy like a snack, and my mom would always get these like cookies, like, you know, the ones that look like a straw and had like the chocolate in the inside. She would always buy those, and I knew for a certainty every time we went to Fry's, we were gonna have one of those, and I was gonna be able to snack for a few hours because they're gonna be gone. But I was gonna have a few straws, and now it's like, you go and it's just like so empty and desolate, and just kind of like, and you buy your little thing, and it just brings a little ache of nostalgia, and you just cry in your hole a little bit, you know.
It'd be like that.
But
yeah, I think I had to borrow $20 from one of y'all so that I could get The Sims 2.
I don't remember.
Because I remember I had like half of it. I think I probably had $20. It was probably $40. And I was like, oh, and I borrowed $20. And one of y'all gave it to me so that I could buy it.
I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
And that's how I started playing The Sims. Like, it's funny listening to like other people who play The Sims. They be like, oh yeah, back in the day when I was on Sims 1. I was like, I never played Sims 1. I started at The Sims 2 and up.
Yeah.
Went up.
Anyway, let me tell you about my dream that I had.
Tell us about the dream.
I actually completed a whole dream. Like, I've never gone to the point in a dream where I've been able to finish it, but I finished one. In my 20 and plus years of living, it was crazy. Okay, so I pretty much had this dream that we were at, like, Carlos's grandparents' house,
Mm-hmm.
but his grandparents weren't there. It was like my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And at his grandparents' house, they have like this glass sliding door that leads to the backyard, right? And then right next to that door is the dining room area and the kitchen, and then from there is the living room, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I was just like there with my brothers, and we're by like the kitchen area, which is directly where the glass door is at. And all of a sudden, this like dark shadow creature is trying to get into the house. And for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
it does make it through. And all my brothers are freaking out. They're like, "Oh my gosh, we don't know what to do. We're getting scared." And I'm scared too. Like I'm fucking freaking out too. But after a while of being tormented, I'm like, "You guys, we can't like give it power. We need to get together and be like, you know, get out of the house, right?" Because for a while it
Mm-hmm.
was able to like go out from the door and into the house. And finally we were able to get it out the house, right? So we're going a few
Mm-hmm.
days and it's outside the house and it's trying to get in, but we're not giving it any power. And randomly, somehow it ends up getting into the house. And I can't remember because I had this dream a few weeks ago. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I think it was just me and my brother, the youngest brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just me and him by ourselves. It comes in and we start freaking out. And my brother's scared because it's literally like right next to him and it's kind of like touching him and he can feel it. And all of a sudden I just like get mad because it's touching my brother and he's scared. So I just tell her like, you need to get out of this house. You do not hold any power in this house. In this house all we have is love, light, and you do not belong in this house.
Mm-hmm.
And I start saying stuff. And my brother starts being like, let me go, you can't touch me, because if I don't want you to touch me, you cannot touch me because you are not from here. And all of a sudden it starts
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my god. And all of a sudden this bright light comes and an angel comes in. And guess
An
who the angel
angel.
yes and guess who the angel is?
Oh.
Robert Williams. Robin Williams, sorry.
Oh,
Robin
because I was like,
Williams.
who? Okay.
Robin Williams. Robin
Okay.
Williams is a motherfucking agent. I'm just like, and it's funny because in my dream, I was like, is this Robin Williams? And he comes in, and all of a sudden, like Robin Williams and this dark entity start fighting, and he casts it out the house. And
Wow.
yeah, it was fucking crazy. And I was like, oh my god. So it cast it out the house, right? And
Mm-hmm.
me and good old Robin get to talking, right? And he just pretty much tells me like, if you need me, call me, because I'm here to help you guys. Yeah. And so
You've been assigned to your
yeah, he's
family.
been assigned to the family, right? And all of a sudden, for some reason, this dream is fucking fake. When I go to the mall by myself, I end up at the mall by myself. I don't know why, but I'm at the mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to shop for something, and all of a sudden I see this guy, and for some reason, like, there's a lot of glass in my dream for some reason, but like
Mm-hmm.
there's this glass like wall by this like shop, and I just see this dude looking like really shady, right? And
Mm-hmm.
something in like my heart tells me, it's like, this dude is not himself. Like there is something wrong with this dude, like. And
Yeah.
so I go, and for some reason, as dreams do, there is a button there. And I press the button, and where he is in that little shopping area, like, how I said there was like
Mm-hmm.
glass, the glass closes, like there's doors too, and it closes on him. And all of a sudden I see that dark entity that was like at our house, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
inside this dude. And the door is closed, right? And all of a sudden, like, this guy starts like ripping his shirt off, and he has a bomb on his body. And I'm like, holy shit, he's here to kill us. And everyone starts freaking out. And I start running. And I'm running and running and running. And all of a sudden, I end up at a different store. But I guess since I don't know where I am, I end up in a different store, not the exit where I want to go. And
Mm-hmm.
in my dream, I like an explosion happens and I die. And all of a sudden, fucking, I come back, and it was like a fucking like premonition. And in my head, that guy's still there. And I go not towards the way that I was gonna go towards that store, but I end up going out to the exit. And me and a whole bunch of people are going out there. And as I'm running out there, I just like start remembering like you, my brothers, Carlos, and everyone. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm probably gonna die here. But miraculously in my dream, I end up out of there, and I end up like in like the parking lot area, and a big explosion happens, and like the whole fucking mall goes down, right? And I'm just like, holy
Dang.
shit, what just happened? I don't know. And then, you know, I just leave, right? And in my head, Robin Williams speaks to me. He's all like, I'm glad you got out of there. He pretty much was the one who told me, he gave me instructions. Like, he made me see what happened so I can get out. So I did. And he just asked me to go see his wife. And I do, like, I go and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And he's like, just tell her that I love her, blah, 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 or whatever. So I end up in my little car, and I go to his wife's house. And, she goes and she looks at me. She's like, I've been expecting you. Like, I had like a dream, and it said like you were gonna come here. And I go, and I talk to her, and I tell her about like this angel and stuff like that. And she tells me that's her husband. And she invites me to come in, and I go inside, and she fixes us some coffee, and I sit there, and where I'm sitting, there's a window, and I look out the window and I see this van that's parked out there. And when I look, he's sitting in the passenger side. And I tell her to look. I'm like, he's sitting there. And she looks and she doesn't see anybody. But then she starts telling me that she actually like lived in that van with him for a while and stuff like that. And she just starts telling me the story. And I'm sitting there drinking coffee with her as he's staring at us talk. And she's just talking. And all of a sudden I wake up and I'm just like, did I just have like a movie ending in my dream? Like, it was so weird. Like, it was the weirdest dream, but
yeah,
it finished. It was weird, and I don't know. Can you analyze the dream? I don't know. Like, sometimes I wish I can, like, if you guys are dreams, let me know. But it was just so weird. Like, I've never had a dream that's finished, like, completed all the way through. I don't think I dreamt of a celebrity who was also an angel. It was just, I don't know.
I think I want to say that I read something about like however the stars were aligned during the last week or something that was bringing in a lot of weird dreams. And because I remember I was telling my coworker that when I read it, and I told her, I was like, okay, but like, oh, because it said something about, like you seeing the signs and whatever.
What sign?
And I exactly. And I was like, that's really funny because I always have weird dreams. And I'm like, the last dream I had, I was making out with Draco Malfoy, and I don't know what that means. And he's not even like my thing, So
maybe it means you're gonna meet someone who's not your thing, but it might become.
Who's blonde and a little stuffy and rich.
Gonna get you a nice rich white boy?
I can work with a nice rich white boy. I don't even like a lot of stuff. Like, I just want to be warm.
I just want to be warm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
But yeah, no, that was like so weird. Like, I woke up and I literally like laid there and I was like, did I just finish a dream? Like, that was so weird. And I can still remember it, which is the weird part. Because, most of the times, like, you'll have a dream and you'll forget about it, like, instantly. But maybe it was just so weird that I couldn't forget it.
It stayed.
Yeah, like, it stayed. Like, I was like, wow. Like,
what'd you eat before? Because, sometimes they say, like, food that you eat can give you some weird dream. You don't know what you ate.
I have no idea. My older brother has been telling me that when he eats sweets, he'll have like nightmares and stuff like that.
Nightmares?
Yeah.
What kind of sweets?
Like, just any sweets. Like,
any sweets?
Yeah, like, I think he said he ate some cheesecake and he got fucked that night.
Cheesecake? You know how much your family
we love
like
cheesecake. Exactly. We love cheesecake.
That's real rough for him.
Yeah. And that's the best bedtime snack. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how
he's living. Ask him, did he drink some unicorn blood? Because he's living a cursed half life if he can't have sweets.
Before, but yeah, because I tell him, like, the Hispanicness in me, like, pretty much every night I like to have coffee and sweetbread. My go-to, you know what I mean? After a hard day's work of getting, the Fauci ouchies in people's arms and shit like that, I deserve some coffee and bread.
And he can't have it unless, I guess, he has black coffee.
Oh, yeah. Or he can't have the bread either.
Maybe if he dip it in the coffee, it won't be sweet anymore.
Nah. Sweetbread cancels it all out, man. It has enough sweetness in there for that dark coffee.
You know what's funny? Speaking of coffee, like, as much as I like sweets and have a huge sweet tooth, I realize I only like cream in my coffee.
What do you mean?
Like, when you have coffee, people put cream and sugar. I don't put sugar. I just put cream.
Oh, that's so crazy. I have like my shit is so sweet. It's just so good. Like,
But at the same time, I also think it depends on which creams I'm putting in it. Like, I realize those little cheap ones that come in little caps, that's not it. Like, I usually will get like the Dunkin' Donuts one, or
is it original or is it a flavor like French vanilla,
yeah,
hazelnut?
I'll get a flavor French vanilla, like a
Okay.
flavored one.
Yeah, because I feel like those
So
have
those
enough
have a
sugar
little bit
in
of
them.
sweet. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like, because we have a Keurig at work, which I be using,
Mm-hmm.
and like, we all just buy our own coffees.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only buy cream, and then I like cinnamon coffees, so I usually would
Oh
get
yeah. Café de
the cinnamon
olla.
ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll get, like, I have French vanilla Dunkin' Donuts ones, and those ones are good. But yeah, I like cinnamon coffee or creamer or both.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you were real hard. I thought you just got black coffee and just some
Oh
straight
no,
creamer. It's like that's how I like it. I was like, dang, no sugar? Like,
some sweet cream.
oh man, so good. Yeah, I can see because sometimes, because no, I use sweet cream and I still put sugar in it. Like, I need my shit real sweet. Like, I don't play.
Yeah,
I need a.
because coffee is an acquired taste.
I can drink it black, but I think the times I drink it black is when I'm really tired. And it's mostly just because, like, the taste will kind of be like, meh. It's like when you take, like, a shot, you're like, meh. Gives you the little shivvies and you wake up for a second up until you get fucked up. But with the coffee, you don't get fucked up. You just get, meh. And at the end of the day, you're just real tired.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which I am all the time. I was thinking about when I had COVID, like, I was like, is this a COVID symptom? But I'm like, I'm always cold and tired, so I don't know if this is it or not.
I don't know.
I survived. Now I don't know. The other day, we went to Costco, and on the radio it kept playing
On the radio. Oh.
it kept playing some commercial about, like, if you had COVID, like, you have antibodies now, like, to donate platelets to help other people.
Oh,
And
yeah. Well, technically you have, like, antibodies for, like, 90 days, but,
I don't know. Wait, yeah, I don't know. But still, I'm good. My iron is too low to donate anything.
Well, people who don't have blood will take any kind of blood, even low platelet blood, so...
They be like, you got something. That's something.
Imagine you have like zero blood. Give me something. Like, I'll take that no iron life.
They're like, we can put some iron in it. Like,
we'll just add a shot of iron in there.
Mix it around. We'll give it to an anemic person, so it'll just be their regular blood.
You don't even have to do anything extra to it. Just put it straight in, and the body already knows what to do with it. It's like, oh,
man, this is that low iron stuff we already had. Yep, this is it. Tastes the same. Man.
Hey guys, welcome back to Item 9 Podcast. This is Hyra
and Kim,
back again this week. I hope you guys are having a great week, because I know I've been having a good week. What about you, Kim?
Yeah, it's been a pretty okay week.
I don't think we have a retrograde. Hopefully not.
No,
I haven't really been feeling anything. I feel like it's been pretty good.
Yeah, like, in like the regularness of it all, everything's been totally fine. We did have a coworker who just started working who already abandoned ship.
What?
Other than that,
already? Sometimes it be like that though. You're just like, this is not the right boat for me.
She literally was working there for a week. No, but the thing is, she came from a similar store, but a different one. And so she should have known what it was like, but she just... And then the worst thing is, she no-call, no-show for like a week.
Oh, that's the worst.
And then finally called, talking about an anxiety attack, which I'm never gonna say, like, doubt somebody or whatever, but it's just like, a lot of us have anxiety, and as an adult, you have to figure something out to function.
Hey, but maybe she doesn't have to. And it's
for you to have, but for you to come start working at a job, you get through training, and then just decide, I'm not gonna come. And ignore everybody's calls and messages and stuff, and then just randomly call and be like, "Oh, my bad." Like,
might as well not even call
nah.
back. Just like leave it as is. Just
Yeah.
you
Don't
know,
even. Yeah.
that's crazy.
We just never hear from you again. But other than that, and then we have the one coworker, which I mentioned before. So it's funny because sometimes I listen to this at work.
Oh.
In the morning, like the days that I work truck,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes they'll put him on truck with me.
No way.
And so the other day I was playing it like from my phone out loud, and then I was like, wait, I think this is the episode where I was talking smack about him, so I had to turn it off.
Damn.
But it's to the point where I told my boss that I don't want to do truck with him anymore. Like, don't schedule him. If you're gonna have me on truck, don't schedule him with me. And so he hasn't been scheduled.
What is it? Damn.
That's I know crazy. My boss is probably like, dang, ain't nobody want to work with him. Like, I'm supposed to make the schedule.
Well, like, the thing is, if you know you have someone that no one wants to work with, that's like a sign of something. Maybe something needs to be changed.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the balls is rolling, but just the balls roll slow.
Yeah, as all things do.
The balls just roll slow, yeah.
Here in these US's of A's, whatever.
I'm still excited that I'm really close to finishing my notebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where'd I put it? Because I was writing my notes in there, but then I switched to the iPad. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get a gray notebook this time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still gonna put stickers and stuff on it. But yeah, the one that I had was a Leuchtturm 1917, and it was black. But yeah, I'm gonna get another Leuchtturm, but I'm gonna get a gray one, and then I don't know, I kind of want to theme it a little bit and just put like space and like planety stuff on it.
Hey.
And so I already had like some, like I have all these like moon stickers and stuff, and so I'm gonna stick those on there. And then the girl store that I buy like planner stickers from, she has like cool ones that I already bought a whole bunch from her. So I'm like, okay, this is totally doable, and then I can just buy random spacey stickers and stuff for my journaling.
Talking about aliens, space. I don't know if you mentioned aliens, but I'm just gonna mention since you mentioned space. I saw this really cool rose quartz alien with labradorite eyes. It was so cool. I was like, oh my god, I want to know where to buy it so bad. But when I commented,
that also sounds expensive.
Yeah, but girl, I would have bought it though. I don't care. Like I will sell my left kidney for one of those. So I went on and I messaged her. I'm like, where'd she get that from? No reply. Bitches gonna keep their secrets. So
she made it.
But yeah.
She doesn't want to make another one.
Maybe, but she could at least said that, like, oh, I made it myself, blah blah. But no comment, nothing. So I'm not gonna guess she made it.
Hey, let's hold out hope that she just hasn't been on there and that she'll comment you back soon.
I doubt it. It's been about a week.
I'm gonna be positive about it. This girl's gonna comment you back about this rose quartz alien.
Amen.
Well, it's interesting that you brought up aliens because we're gonna talk about aliens.
What?
This episode.
No way.
It's funny, that day that I showed you my magazines, and I was flipping through, and you're like, "Oh, that couple."
Yes. Oh my god.
So
you did.
We're gonna talk about Barney and Betty Hill because they were actually in both of those magazines that I had. There was info in both of those magazines I had.
One of the most well-documented alien cases,
which is crazy because I had never heard of it.
No way.
I've heard about like other random stuff, but I had never heard about theirs. But theirs it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because their description is different. But the thing is, theirs is a big case because it's like the first like known documented case like that they put down on files because there's this stuff. So we're gonna talk about them.
Let me fill my whiskey cup with some more of this whack wine.
Let me grab my cup of water.
In case of, like, Kim and I have already been talking for about an hour and 21 minutes. So I've already drank like almost my whole glass of Stella watermelon flavor, which I'm very upset about, but I'm gonna finish this bottle and keep it going.
Oh, but yeah, look, I only have like a couple of months left in this notebook.
Oh wow, that's good.
I never finished a notebook before because I'm one of those people to just be buying notebooks and then have notebooks, but
yeah,
I'll be carrying this one with me every day.
one of my biggest accomplishments is finishing pens. Because, you know, people, like, I finish, I want to say about 4 or 5 pens. And I have not, like, finished. And that meant I didn't lose them. So
Yeah.
I've been very proud of myself. I'm trying to keep that streak going.
Keep it.
Trying to. You know what? I feel like I've been better at my pens. Like, I haven't really been losing them like I have.
I don't usually be losing pens, but I do have a lot of pens because I am someone who likes stationary items. And I just be buying pens. But I have stopped myself. I haven't bought a pen in a while.
No.
And then you gave me a pen.
Oh, I did.
For a birthday.
You know what? Carlos thinks he doesn't like
pens
it.
In a while. Huh?
Carlos thinks you don't like it.
I took this to work and I was using it, even though this isn't a good pen to use at work, but
really
I was using
not.
it at work.
It's really not.
Then we have the stickers that prove that we bought stuff, and I was trying to write like the little codes that we have to put on there to prove that I bought it, and I had to let it dry.
Yeah.
I was using it. I tell Carlos I've been using the pen.
Well, you can tell him. He's our editor.
Oh, Carlos, I've been using the pen. I like the pen. I've been using the pen. I showed it to coworkers. I was like, look what my best friend got me for my birthday. Look, this pen. Fountain pen, y'all. But...
Magnet.
Yeah. I didn't even tell him about the magnet feature.
Girl.
I gotta bring it back. Be like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all.
Insert. And like, hold on, let me bring this other magnet where I can take it off and customize.
Man, nah, because I probably lose these little pieces.
Yeah, don't do that. Please don't.
I'm not gonna take it off at work. But I am using the pen. I switch back and forth because like my new favorite like gel pen are these Sharpie gel pens. These are pretty good. I have a black one. I had bought red by accident because they're all black. Yeah. And I wasn't paying attention when I first seen it in store because I seen them online. But they have like the black ones have a silver stripe on them. The red ones have a red stripe and the blue ones have a blue stripe. What? And so when I bought it, I just grabbed a pack of two. Luckily, it was just a 2-pack. But the first ones I bought were both red, and so I was like, whatever, and I kept them. And then I was using the red ones at work. But I went back and got black ones. So these work really good. Because before, my favorite were the Papermate.
Oh, I like
Ink
those
Joy
too.
gel pens.
Yeah,
these ones are really good. I have them in a few different colors. But yeah, these Sharpie gel ones are pretty good.
Let me show you my favorite ones right now. Hold on, let me back. My favorite ones right now are these Japanese ones. These Japanese like black gel ones. They are 0.35 mm. They are fucking
very
thin.
Fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this one is 0.7. This is a regular size.
No,
pen.
I can't. Because when I used to work at one of these nursing homes, when a lot of these nursing homes aren't on computers, right? You have to like do all your charts
manually,
on
right?
Yeah, on like these binders on paper, right? And all the boxes are fucking tiny. They're like little tiny ass boxes. So you have to like initial stuff, put times on it and shit like that. And I was realizing if I just used regular ones, like literally like I can only fit like a part of my initial on it. I'm like, this fucking sucks. But some of these nurses do it like fucking like,
because they're so used to it.
Yeah, and I'm not. So I ended up buying these
tiny
lettering. So I bought these fucking tiny like thin ones, and these are my favorite. They are so good. They're expensive for gel pens, but I 100% will definitely. You see that?
Those look, I don't know what those kind of remind me of, like the microns.
Maybe.
Like the way it's shaped, the way the design.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me be like a beauty
guru.
Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, it apparently these are the ones that like Japanese students use like for like their tests and stuff like that. But so good.
Very, very skinny tip.
Yeah, whenever people like ask me for a pen, I let them borrow this. Like, oh my god, where'd you get that? I'm like, my secret.
See, we're two different types of people. I'm not letting you borrow this pen. I saw a video the other day where it was like the girl's husband was like, oh, let me borrow a pen. And she was like, oh, not that one. Not that. He gonna mess up the tip on that one. No, like, I don't got a pen. That's me.
I would never let them borrow like my fountain pens. Like for certain things, no. Like fountain pen, no.
That's out.
But these, I will. And I'm one of those people who I'm persistent. Like if I let you borrow a pen, I'm getting my pen back. Like every minute, like, hey, you don't want my pen? You got my pen? You don't want my pen? Can I get my pen back? I know it's good, but can I get... And someone will be like, oh my gosh, yeah. I'm like, no, give me back my shit.
You should have came here prepared with your own materials.
But yeah.
That's me. I'm like, oh dang, you don't have a pen? That's rough. That's real rough for you.
But you can, like, you know, as nurses, we all help because we all have like loner pens. Like, definitely, this is not one of my loner pens, but sometimes I realize, like, sometimes I get flustered. And even though I have my main pen, like, ready somewhere, I'll get flustered. I'm like, oh, and I'll look and I'll just get one of my, like, loner pens and I'll use that. And then after a while, you realize all your loner pens are out of your pocket or out of your pocket or out of your pants. And you have to go and then you let them borrow the one that you've had ready, but you've been so nervous you haven't been taking it out, and then you just have to.
I would never. You can't borrow this one. Back to Betty and Barney Hill.
Betty and Barney.
Which their names are funny because the Flintstones.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. I'm like rubble.
When I read that, I was like, yeah, exactly. When I read that, I was like, okay, but let me set the scene for you.
Please do.
What went down?
Ooh.
Moving toward the Earth's enormous velocity.
Higher.
Thank him.
Knowledge far in advance, Burrow.
That's a smart thing.
Contact has established. We now transmit you direct. Item 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is terrific.
So,
Carlos, play some romantic music right here.
Some ambiance. Yeah, so it's September 1961. It's night. You're in New Hampshire, White Mountains. It's the road
So
going
romantic.
home. It's nighttime.
We just went on a date and everything. Oh my god.
No, well, I'll get to it. What they were doing. But yeah, it is it was romantic.
It was up until until you got probed. No,
Let's go back.
Okay, sorry.
We're reeling it back in.
I'm sorry.
It's night. You're on the road, driving home, September 1961, New Hampshire, White Mountains.
Okay.
It's peaceful. You haven't seen cars for miles. You're just trying to get home.
Slop on the
Then
knob.
you see a strange light in the distance. Next thing you know, you're home. It's been 2 hours or missing from your memory. You're dirty. You're confused.
I'm dirty.
Your dress is torn a little bit. Your husband's
God.
shoes is messed up. Your watches have stopped.
Did we get? What happened
You
to
got
us?
home somehow. You don't know.
Does my husband know?
You both don't know. No. That is what happened to Barney and Betty Hill. The interesting thing is, so about 10 days after that, and they've, moved on, Betty, who was 42, was a social worker, and Barney, who was 39, was a post office worker. They were, active church members, and they're also an interracial couple who worked with, civil rights movement because, it's tough being a mixed couple in the 60s.
Very, very rough.
At this time, they had been married for a little over a year when they decided, let's take a spontaneous honeymoon. They hadn't taken one. They just, packed, jumped in the car and went to Montreal and went to go see Niagara Falls. 3-day weekend, have themselves a good time. They didn't even stop at the bank. Like, they left after the bank was already closed. They was like, we'll work what we got. Let's have a good time.
So cute.
They both been working real hard. Barney had been working the night shift at the post office because back then, I guess, I don't know if post offices have night shifts now, but
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah, so
if you work for a post office, let us know.
I know somebody works for the post office, but I'm not talking to them, so.
Oh, it's like that.
It's my
now.
sister.
Oh,
Remember,
oh yeah.
I'm still dead.
Oh wait, she works at the post office
Now.
Mm.
She just got permanent, my mom says.
Oh,
but
congratulations
that has
to
nothing
her.
do with me. But yeah, so they had been married for a little over a year, taking this spontaneous, fun little trip to Niagara Falls for the honeymoon. On the last night, the couple, they go to a little diner, and they decide, okay, we'll leave right after this. So it's like 10 p.m. They're like, we should get home about 2 or 3 in the morning. There's a hurricane coming. They trying to get home before the hurricane hits.
I thought hurricane season was over.
It's crazy how you muted yourself. It's crazy how it showed up on the screen. You press something and your headphones are red.
Ah!
What'd you do?
Hold on.
Well, anyway, until you figure that out, It's crazy how we will hear stuff and we just keep connecting everything to Pineapple Express. So they leave the diner at about 10 p.m. to drive home. As they're driving, they see some lights, some strange lights.
The police.
And they're kind of far. No, they're up. So they're kind of far. So at first, Barney was thinking, because he's someone who, you know, is a plane watcher, which I don't think people, do people still do that? Do people be watching
Hell yeah.
planes? And he was a World War II vet.
No,
so he was thinking,
wasn't.
yeah, so he's thinking it's nothing. It's probably just like a satellite or something. Like, you know, rationalize
Definitely,
it as most people do. You're like, oh, you know, it's something regular.
Like, aliens weren't big back in the 60s, I don't think.
They definitely weren't, especially from, like, regular people. Now, you could be a totally regular person like you and me and be like, oh, yeah, aliens are out there. Back then, you was not saying stuff like that. You was not.
Thank you,
which, side note, I don't know why I was thinking about this the other day. Because there are, you know, multiple different types of believers. They're the ones like, you know, our friend from middle school who went on that whole tangent on Facebook about how, like, you're working with aliens, blah, 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 blah. We aren't those types of believers. We're like more like the people from Independence Day who go to that party on the roof.
Oh yeah.
We're those type of alien believers where, you know, if they killed everybody, we're gonna die first, but then we don't have to live through that rough time that everybody else lived
like
through.
What if they get enslaved and stuff like that? At least we have been like fucking.
And we went to a party before it happened, so we had a good time on the way out.
On our way out.
We're those types of alien believers, like makeup poster, dress up in like, what was that early 2000s metallic thing with the antennas, have a good like rave party time.
This sounds like Mars Attacks.
Under the spaceship. Yes, under the spaceship. And then, you know, if they decide they want to kill everybody that's on that building that's under the spaceship, then, you know, it didn't hurt because it's instant.
Yeah,
and we had a
it's
good time.
painless. Yeah, I just want to turn to dust quickly and just when we meet up in hell, we can all be like, "Shit, we really fucked up, didn't we?"
Girl,
y'all?
I'm not going there. I don't know where you're going.
I'm going straight down.
That is not where I'm going. Speaking of that, another side note: Have you seen Lil Nas X's new video?
I have not, but I've seen like the
memes already.
The pictures of like his attire and stuff like that, the nails and everything.
Yeah. So, okay, there's this artist that I like on Instagram, and he drew a picture, because sometimes he'll draw, like, celebrities or whatever. He drew a picture, and he tagged Lil Nas X, and I was like, what is that? Like, he had red braids with baby hairs, and then he had long black boots on, and he was sitting on, like, the devil's lap. And I was like, what's going on? So I looked it up, I was like, I was like, he must have a new video. So I looked at the video, and this dude, it was kind of like, I guess like Adam and Eve, but it was just him. And then like a snake seduced him. And then he went on trial. And then they threw something upside his head. So he got basically stoned. So he died. So he was going up to heaven. And then all of a sudden a stripper pole to hell came. And he swirled down the stripper pole to hell. I was like, wow. Girl. Yes. And he slid down that sucker sitting on the Satan's lap. I was like, yes. Okay.
I can't.
That had nothing to do about nothing, but that was just wildly interesting.
Well, a side note, I'll continue it.
Dang, we can't get back on the main note.
No, but it's like, honestly, like, out of everything, like, if we go by what people say, I'm going to hell, Kim. I'm going to hell. I have sinned. I have done all the stuff, and there's some religions that that believe like only like a certain quota of people are gonna make it, and I don't think I'm gonna be in that quota. You know, I'm one of those background characters. You know what I mean? I'm not a main character. Like in my life, I'm the main, but in the TV show called The World, I am not. Like I'm just out there paying my tax months. You know?
That's funny because still on this side note. Because for my birthday, you know, me and some of my other friends, we had like got an Airbnb for the weekend. And so we were like trying to figure out like a movie to watch. And one of my friends was like, oh, you guys should watch this movie called Circle. You muted again. And so it's on Netflix. It's called Circle. And basically, and this is, you know what? We coming back. Okay. So basically, these people all wake up. Mind you, they're sleep standing up, and there's a whole bunch of them in a room, and they're all on top of little circles, but they're all in a big circle. And basically, every like 2 minutes, this thing in the middle zaps somebody dead. Boom. And then it drags them off.
Oh, no.
And so they're trying to figure out, how do we get here? How do we survive? What do we do? Like, you can't step off, like, because in the beginning, somebody panicked, stepped off, zapped immediately, out. Can't touch other people. And so they're talking, trying to figure it out. And so it's interesting. You should watch it. It's not a super long movie, and I think you and Carlos would think it was interesting to watch, to talk about. But yeah, I was telling them, I was like, there's no way I would have survived that. No way I would have survived that.
Me neither.
No way.
There's times Carlos is all like, don't move, and I move. I'm like, what's going on?
See, you would have stepped right off that circle,
right off
and
the
you'd
circle.
been done.
Right down the stripper pole
I would have
hell.
lived. I would have lived longer than that. But then there was so many people who like hadn't got a chance to say anything, didn't do anything, and just from the randomness, because okay, so they figure out that they have to vote because they can see that there's a triangle, and then that with their hands they can like pick somebody and like close their fist or whatever to vote. And so, you know, of course somebody was like, all right, all the old people, sorry. And so to give them some time to talk and try to figure things out, they all start voting for all the old people. Like,
are they turning them
and it's
Soylent
very
Green?
rough. What, they didn't feed anybody.
Oh, okay. They're not feeding us to each other then.
They're not feeding. No, I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, so they you know, they're voting off the old people, trying to figure out what to do. And then it gets down to a debate where somebody looks older, but she wasn't that old because, you know, she just aged because she had cancer. And they're like, oh, are you sick? And she's like, I'm not sick anymore. Like, and it was like a whole thing. And then it was like, people who talk too much, you get voted for. People who don't talk enough, the machine randomly picks a person. Like, if they don't vote, it randomly picks a person. So regardless, every 2 minutes, somebody's gonna die.
Talk too much,
And
that's
I'm like,
me.
Yeah, and then me don't talk enough at all. Like, gone.
We both dying.
Because they were like, oh, maybe we should all talk to each other, try to figure out why we're all here or whatever. And one lady did this whole little monologue about her life and her dog and blah, 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 blah.
What she mean?
And they voted for her.
No.
They had to vote for somebody, and they was like, this chick is talking, and they voted.
Damn.
You should watch. I'm not going to spoil this one. I'm not. That's why I didn't say spoiler alert, you know. But it is very interesting. There's people of every ethnicity, different ages, all of that.
Is it called The Circle?
It's called Circle. No, it's called Circle. Because there's
Circle.
another movie called The Circle.
That's with Emma
different.
Watson, right?
Yeah, that one is weird too.
I haven't seen any
there's
of
no
the Circle
privacy.
movies. Yeah.
There's no privacy, yeah, and it's weird because that one, spoiler alert, there was an awkward scene because like basically she signs up to have her entire life, you know, recorded or whatever. Because it's basically a cult. But then that also gives them access to other people in her family. And so they have a camera installed at her house. And, you know, most of the time everything was good. But one time she's talking and then she shoots the camera over to her parents, where she should have let them know. And they was in there having sex, and it was very awkward. And yeah, that's why you shouldn't give people full access to your life.
Well, you know, voyeurism,
then
people like to watch.
But you don't want to watch your parents.
Some people don't care. They're like, any parent will do.
I'm not judging, but that's nasty. I seen something like that. I'm like, you could just take the eyeballs.
Just take the eyeballs right off.
I'm done with these.
Well, what is that movie? The one.
Oh, Bird Box.
Bird Box. You could just Bird Box me, man. Just.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Matter of fact, put me in the padded room because I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. Just leave me with some music. I'm done.
And like I said, fucking strip pole down to hell.
But yeah, coming back though, in Circle, it's aliens. So we, you know, roll in the circle back to the topic.
Sorry.
Finally. But yeah, so they're driving. A strange light they see in the sky. Barney says, I think it's like a satellite or something, you know. He's trying to rationalize it logical.
Yeah.
They said at first it looked like a shooting star or something like that, but then it started to get bigger the farther they were going.
That's not what I want to see.
Yeah. But, you know, he's still sticking to that. Maybe it's just off course.
Yeah.
Like, you know. The light seemed to move with them after a while.
Like
they're
it's
like
following them.
So they're, you know, going down a curving mountain.
Oh, that's scary,
you know,
too.
And the light is peeking through, staying with them,
zigzagging and shit. Oh my god.
They said sometimes it was closer, sometimes it was farther, but it's sticking with them.
Oh my god, it's like the FBI following you.
And yeah, and then they're still trying to rationalize. They're like, maybe it's just the trick of the light. Like, it's night, the bouncing off the windows. Like, they're still trying to rationalize what happened. But this is the part that cracked me up when I was reading about them. So after a while, Betty, who's white, because remember this is a mixed race couple.
Yes.
Betty, who's white, is like, let's pull over and get a closer look.
No, you don't pull over.
And so
you keep going.
That, when I was reading, when I read that in the magazine that I was like got some of the info off of, I started busting up laughing because, like, no offense, but I was like, of course, Betty was like, let's go check it out. Like, and Barney's like, it's nothing, let's go.
Yeah, like, we trying to ignore this to the full extent of it and just keep going till we get home.
They pull over.
No.
They happen to have binoculars. They look through the binoculars, and they see what they believe to be a flying saucer.
Oh shit.
Which supposedly Betty's sister has seen something like that before.
Are you serious? Oh my god, that's crazy.
I didn't get any info on her sister, but yeah, supposedly her sister had seen a flying saucer before too.
Side note, I've heard that people who have seen UFOs, flying saucers, aliens, or whatever, they keep, like, obviously we've heard people say that they keep getting visits, but also sometimes their family members get visits too.
So you're thinking maybe Betty's sister was marked and then it moved on
to,
and it hit Betty too.
Yeah, to the rest of the family.
Oh, okay.
And just poor Barney just
I will just attach to the family.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? That's interesting. One of us should look that up. Like, little snippets of cases where, like, UFOs visited multiple family members. Like,
yeah, that would be interesting.
Remember that. But yeah, and so Betty seen what she thought was a flying saucer through the binoculars. So she passed the binoculars to Barney, and he, sees the same thing. And he sees this coming. It looks like it's coming at them fast. So they, jump back into the car.
That's scary. You cannot out fucking drive a flying object. No fucking way.
Yeah, so they try, but then I guess after a while, and then at this point, it caught up with them and it's hovering above their car. They stop.
They have brought a knife to a gunfight. Oh my god.
Yeah, they did. Which, side note, that saying is hilarious. But every time I watch something about how to survive like a zombie apocalypse or something, it always says basically having a knife, a sword or something is better than having a gun because it's unlimited. You want like a knife or like a giant mallet or something that's, not too heavy that you can't wield it, because that's unlimited. A gun or whatever, you would have to reload that.
Nah, you can fucking pistol whip a bitch.
A zombie?
You're gonna need to get a fucking gun with like a sword at the bottom, so when you run out you can like
pistol what is that, bayonet? You jabbing them, pew pew, you jagging them. I don't know.
Pew pew, slash slash, pew pew, slash slash.
Man, all right, coming back. So basically, okay, at this point, the saucer is above their car. They go on and stop. They get out. They can see through the windows.
Oh my god.
They see about a dozen human-like figures looking through the windows at them.
Oh my god. I just imagine like a school bus of children, like, look at that animal right there. All the aliens are like,
exactly,
look at those two humans. They're interracial. Oh my god, we haven't seen this ever.
But it's like they don't know what interracial is. They're just like, oh, it's two humans.
But I'm like, I've never seen a black and a white one together. How interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's, I don't know. They said, Barney said somehow they looked human-y, but somehow not human.
Yeah.
Like, they looked a little off. Barney jumps back into the car, tries to drive away again, and then he's heard something like vibrate off the trunk.
What?
Or something like that.
Oh my god, that gave me the heat. I got the sheebies. I can't even.
And then it says, next thing they know, they're at home.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so basically, this couple, they didn't remember anything, and then the dreams start coming where they start getting pieces. And then what ends up happening is, we talked about their, active church members.
Yeah.
They, they continue to go to church. And one day an Air Force captain visits their church. Like, because he was speaking to churchgoers. I don't know if he's related to somebody. But anyway, they told him about what happened. what they could remember, because they couldn't remember that much. Like they're getting little bits back in dreams, but they don't remember that much.
So they told the Air Force person, right,
about this flying
incident.
That they came in contact with. And then they also end up getting in contact with a hypnotist.
I did hear about this
named
one.
Benjamin Simon several times. And so through those sessions, they pulled out more things. But then they also have DNA. They have the evidence.
Yeah, on the dress,
their clothing.
Right? Mm-hmm.
So yeah, her dress was ripped, And then what ended up happening was, I think Barney threw out his shoes because his shoes was messed up. They had, her dress was ripped. Mm-hmm. They had their binoculars that they had both shared. The strap on it was ripped.
That's crazy.
The car had like circular spots,
really,
like rubbed on it.
Like like sometimes when you put stuff in the dishwasher, and sometimes you have like the little like spots and stuff like that. Like I wonder if it was like that.
Maybe it has circular spots on the car, so they have a handful of actual evidence. What I thought was interesting, I ended up seeing a picture. Her dress, which was like a light blue color, she threw it in the closet to because she was gonna, I guess, go get it mended. Yeah. Because clothes used to last longer back in the day. Something like that you could get fixed. Later, when she checked it out, the dress had all this pink powder stuff on it somehow.
Pink powder? Was that the radiation? Because I swear I had read somewhere that they had checked her dress and it had like radiation spikes on it.
Yeah, but I don't remember reading or seeing anything that said that the powder was related to the radiation. It was like a separate thing. Like the clothes did have a little bit of. That's the thing about alien encounters. There's always a level of radiation, like we talked about with the Dolotov Pass. Mm-hmm. But the pink powder, and then I feel like when I looked it up, they were saying something about the powder was inconclusive. Like they never figured out exactly what that powder was on her dress. But so they. Yeah,
I think they said they couldn't get it matched with anything that was on Earth for sure.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know what that was. The week that it happened, or I don't know, with it
I'm sorry,
the couple of months
just scared me.
Oh yeah, because his little hand.
Yeah, his little hands, and I was like, "What is that?" I got.
My child just rolling over, sleep on my bed corner. Oh.
It's funny because for a second I couldn't tell the difference between your screen and my screen, so I saw it and I'm turning this way,
You're like, what? What was happening? That is one thing that scares me from us, the video chatting. Because I'm like, what if something does pop up behind me, or I'm dumb and leave my closet door open or something, and I see something
yeah.
Or you see something behind me, I'm just gonna die. I will just pass away. Right?
I will write the eulogy.
No, when they have those memes about why are y'all all trying to survive the zombie apocalypse? What kind of life is that?
I know.
If the zombie apocalypse happens tomorrow, I will kindly be passing away.
I would too. I don't know. I just,
because it's just too hard. Even if I survive day, you gotta keep surviving. This isn't living. We're just surviving.
Yeah. Oh God.
Not it.
And every day I have to get worried if someone's gonna eat me or not. I already told you my feelings on fucking being eaten alive. Not down, if you do not recall. Not down at all. So
not down. Also not down.
So I will be going ahead and drinking the Kool-Aid. Usually I don't drink the Kool-Aid, but in this case, I will be joining and drinking the Kool-Aid. And
yeah, because I also don't want to be a zombie.
Well, you know what? God has a plan for me, and if He wants me to be a zombie, I will be the zombie. But as a human,
don't put that on my plan.
Yeah,
I need a new plan.
As a human who survived, if the Kool-Aid is in front of me, I know that was my plan, and thank you. I will be taking it. Yes, sir.
I don't know. That ain't my plan. I can't do that. Because the cardio, I am not prepared for the cardio.
Well, technically, I'll be dead.
All.
I'll be dead. Oh yeah, for the human cardio.
Before.
Yeah, me neither.
Before.
It's funny because where I work, we have some steps, and it's not even that many steps, but we all be going up the steps, and we'd be like, And we all be like, oh, you just came up them steps. I'm like, sure did. Like,
See, I am not ready.
Yeah, it's rough.
Like Zombieland, like those of us who ain't running is not making it. But man, okay, so getting back to the story.
Okay, we're never gonna finish this. I'm so sorry.
Man, no, we're gonna finish it. It's not that long.
Okay.
Okay, so we doing this. All right.
Let's do it.
So in November of that year, because remember this happened, what was that? September. So November. The Hills meet with the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena.
Is that their last name?
Hill, yeah.
Okay.
They, and they tell them what happened about their drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And this committee realizes that it took them 7 hours to get home when it only took them 4.
What?
So they have
a long
3 hours of time that are just gone, missing,
shit,
unexplained. And so, they work with this hypnotist in 1964,
mm-hmm.
and they're able to, pull small bits out. Like Barney remembers one of the times that he got out of the car, I think he had put his handgun in his pocket,
mm-hmm.
and he rushed out into a field,
what?
leaving Betty in the car. I don't know what that was about.
He's all like, I'm out. She probably wanted to
you're
stay
my
there.
man, you gotta take me with you, but I'm also not gonna stay in the car if you get out. So,
well, she's the one who wanted to pull over.
Exactly.
Maybe
I guess
she
he
says
was like, you can stay with these people. I'm out.
Yeah. Maybe she said something ridiculous, like maybe if we stop, they'll let us go. And
No.
he's all like,
I was like, no.
Yeah.
I think my chances are better on foot. But yeah, and so he said he saw what was as big as a jet, but it was flat like a pancake.
Wow.
And so basically their drawing of the UFO is like it's a saucer, so it's flat, but it has windows. There's no dome, like like we usually see something with a dome or a glass dome on it. It's not that. It's flat.
It's just a disc,
circular disc with the windows around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can show you the pictures from the magazine.
Oh, cool.
And so it has like little things on the sides, but yeah, it's like a flat little disc. But
dang, he just gone and ditched her. He's all like, he fucking Usain Bolt out of that bitch. He's like, all right, Betty, catch up.
They said behind the rows of windows, there were gray uniformed beings that looked at him. He said the beings had on all black, and I think it was a hat. They had a hat on.
Hat. So that one must have been like the general or something.
No, like I think they all had hats.
They were all generals.
It's part of their uniform. They're part of their uniform.
Maybe.
Yeah, it says somehow not human wore matching black outfits with hats.
Not okay. Okay. Let me just get something out the way. Okay. This sounds like they fucking were able to get that LSD can and get them all gassed up, and these are all fucking American fucking people from the military, and they're over here fucking with this poor interracial couple.
Maybe that possibility,
possibilities. Oh my god. I'm sorry, conspiracy theory.
He said he tried to put his hand on his pistol but somehow couldn't, and then a voice told him not to put down his binoculars. Don't know whose voice it was, if it was the wife's or one of these beings. He was still holding on to the binoculars.
Yeah. And
then he said he realized, because, this is from, them being hypnotized.
Yeah.
And then they did it separately, too, because they didn't want them to hear what the other one said, too. He, realized that they're being captured. He said he started yelling. He ran back to the car. And this, I guess, was one of the times that they had gotten back into the car and continued to drive afterward. He's driving fast. Betty's watching for the thing.
Yeah.
Looking out the windows. And then he says they heard loud rhythmic beeping.
Oh, wow.
Sounding from the car's trunk. So that aligns with the last things that they were able to remember about something hitting the trunk. Yeah. And then, they woke up 2 hours and a half. They woke up like 2 hours later, 35 miles down the road. So they woke up and they wasn't even in the same spot. Yeah. I don't know. Just imagine, like, you have time missing. And then you go to a hypnotist and you're able to pull small bits and pieces back of what happened. And then it's like you're getting closer to what happened mentally. You're like, first your memory stopped at, the thing following you, and then all of a sudden you're home. And then now you got this piece of, I got out the car and I had the realization that I was being captured. And,
Listen, your mind made you forget for a reason, So
No, they made them forget. They took it.
oh, they
took
took
the memory.
it. Oh no.
Well, that's what the account supposedly is.
Okay.
I was watching a video where they were talking about like interviews with Betty and Barney Hill, and Betty was saying that she remembers, I guess, the end of the visit or whatever, and the beings, like, there was a book or a map or something, some type of paper that they had let her look at. And at first, one of the beings was like, "Oh yeah, you keep that, like, souvenir." But then the other ones like had a discussion, like another language, and they was like, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. You can't keep this. I'm sorry. My bad."
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so, over the years and, working with the hypnotist and stuff, they pull things up. Betty still has the dreams and nightmares and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Over the years.
I want to know what nightmares do.
You know what? Nobody ever, like, really explained other than, them pulling pieces. So I don't know if they were, like, memories or if she was just, like, seeing weird bits and pieces. Like, they just say nightmares of the incident.
Or maybe, like, the chase and stuff like that. Because I'm sure that was scary.
Maybe, yeah. Just feeling like, trying to get away from the lights.
Yeah.
It said Barney ended up developing an ulcer and anxiety.
Oof.
And then they both sought mental health. Because remember, this was a couple that didn't believe in stuff like this before.
Yeah.
And so they both sought mental help. And, they met with, like I said, Benjamin Simon, who was a psychologist and a neurologist, who specialized in hypnosis.
Yeah. And
hypnosis.
I want to say, like, one of the big things, too, is, like, back in the 60s, if you're going out to seek mental health, that shit was fucking traumatic. Because no one back then was going to see these kind of people because it was, like, shameful. Like, it's not as open as we are now when we're like, we need to go seek mental health. Like, mental health.
Yeah. Everybody's probably assuming that they're crazy. Like, they're talking about these beings stopping them. On one of their, hypnosis sessions, they remember, or one of them remembers, like, a vessel landing on the car, putting them to sleep, and then gray beings walking them up a ramp.
Oh my god.
Into the spacecraft. And then when they were inside, they were separated. They took turns in the examination room. They were both examined, as most people are.
Yeah.
They said it was in a room with curved walls, a large light hanging from the ceiling, which that's another thing that a lot of people mention that they remember. They were asked to climb up on a metal table. The table was not long enough for Barney's whole body, which I don't know how tall he was, but he said his legs was hanging over the side.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then the beings removed Betty and Barney's clothes, plucked strands of hair, took clippings of their nails, scrapes of their skin. So they basically did a whole physical on these people.
Yeah. And tagged them mofos.
Probably.
God.
There was needles connected to wires, connected to stuff.
Body.
Oh no. Betty remembers a large needle around 4 to 6 inches being inserted into her belly.
Did they think she had rabies or something? Oh my god.
I don't know. They think it was a pregnancy test.
Are you listen? We can pee on sticks. Like, what the fuck is up with these
Their
aliens?
test says we directly poke the child if it's in there.
Oh, God. Was she pregnant?
No.
Okay.
She wasn't. After Betty's examination, the beings rushed her to the room, excited. They discovered that Barney's teeth could be removed.
No.
Betty laughed, explaining that Barney had dentures.
Wait a minute.
Which, he had dentures at 39. Like, dude, what was going on?
Wait a minute. Did these beans just like, oh my god, look, these teeth are removable?
Yes. They was like, wow, we ain't seen nothing like this before. And Betty's like, oh yeah, like, when you get old down there, they can get you a whole new set, bro.
Like, word? Like, can I get a set?
They probably all like playing with them.
Imagine they bring it up and they start putting them on.
Unsanitary. Unsanitary.
It reminds me of fucking Tropic Thunder when they have the little fake teeth that they make him wear.
Oh yeah, so that he could be that character. It said later, alone with the leader, Betty asked where the craft had flown, admitting she knew little of the universe. They joked with her, if you don't know where you are, there wouldn't be any point of telling you where I am. Later, through hypnosis, she drew a star map to show her on the ship. In 1965, the Hills were picked up by a Boston newspaper. After that, everything changed. The couple's quiet story became subject of a best-selling book, and they did a movie starring James Earl Jones.
I don't know who that is.
He's Mufasa and Darth Vader.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. You've seen him. You probably just didn't know what his name was.
No, yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, so basically, after doing these hypnosis sessions and stuff and remembering a lot, newspaper picks up the story, and then, everybody hears about the story after that point. And it becomes like a whole big thing. Yeah, it ends up becoming like used as reference for like a lot of like alien stories and stuff after that point.
Yeah.
I think there's Outer Limits episode or something. I know there's an X-Files piece that was similar. They took pieces from their story because, some cases it'd be like it's wild from start to finish. This was a regular couple, went on their little honeymoon, and they were skeptics, didn't believe in stuff like that, or at least the Barney was. Their story sounds legit. Like when they were having their sessions, every time they were questioned, they were separate, and stuff was checking out. But some people still believe that they were crazy, or that Betty was having these weird dreams, and those weird dreams caused her and Barney to share a psychotic episode. But this is what happened to them.
Do we ever hear about the experiences that Barney had?
Well, I think a lot of it is her talking, because she's the one that remembers most of it. But they end up like just kind of putting it both together. Like, because he remembered, getting out the car, grabbing the gun, running out, and then being led up the ramp. And then she remembers having these like personal conversations with the aliens. So
why did her experiences sound more pleasant than his? Well, I don't know what his experiences were, but
in my mind, I can only think that maybe she was more of a talker, more friendly. And so she's like, hey, what are you guys doing? What's that? And he's just sitting there like, can we just get this over with so I go home? That's kind of how I imagine it in my head. That he's sitting on that table like, y'all done scraping my armpit? Like, can we go? And she's like, oh, y'all putting on little clear containers. Where y'all taking those? Like, what's that? Like, that's how I imagine in my mind. That she's just asking a lot of questions, and so that's why she's getting a lot of answers.
Maybe they're not used to having one awake like that, so they're just like, hey, we have someone to entertain.
Maybe. I mean, they had both of them awake, but yeah, there's like books written. They wrote a book with somebody about their thing, and other people wrote about them. That's basically their whole story. That's basically the story.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, because I do.
Barney ended up dying of a cerebral hemorrhage in 1969.
Oh wow.
And then Betty died of cancer in 2004.
All that radiation,
Maybe I always wonder, because I didn't see anything that talked about them like later in life. Because I'm like, did they continue to be visited? Because like a lot of people who have had contact with aliens like mention being visited again afterward. But like, I didn't see anything about them mentioning being visited again. It was just this
incident. Or maybe this is like the one that they'll talk about the most. Maybe. I feel like we've finished our sentence or said the same thing twice in one episode. I don't know, like
sometimes stuff is just maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I do remember like hearing about the star map that she talked about, and how they had like how she was able to like look around and navigate with it and stuff like that. Because I feel like, I don't know if I'm remembering a movie or if I'm remembering a case, but I do remember like something that I heard or saw or watched where this lady like runs up somewhere and she finds like the star map, and she like puts in a coordinate or something like that, and it starts going that way or something. I don't remember, but I remember it a lot with Betty and Barney Rubble, but I think that's probably where whatever I'm talking about, where it came from, since she's the one who talks about the star map. I can't. This was a lot. Like, I don't know. Like, I think about like being in their shoes. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would do if I'm being chased around by a light.
Run. We just keep running.
Well, obviously, but like my weight class right now, girl.
Like, I can't do it either. Say if me and you were in the car, we took a trip, or whatever. Say we finally go to San Diego, go to the Whaley House, and we're driving back in tonight, and we see something like that, we're not gonna stop.
No.
We're not stopping.
We going faster.
We can see it in the windows. Yeah, we are not stopping. Even if it land on the roof, we
keep going. I think
You're
I'll
not
be
about to
like
walk
hitting
me
up
up
there
no
like
ramps.
trying to scare her, like get off.
Yeah, you're not walking me up no ramp, nothing. They'd have to it'd have to be like the with the other case, the bread case, where they were like paralyzed, like knocked out.
Oh yeah.
And taken. That's how they have to do us.
Yeah.
We are not willingly walking up onto the
I
ship.
am
Like, that's
running.
not...
You know, when adrenaline kicks in, your body will do miraculous things.
Oh yeah.
And in my case, it'll
Anything
be run.
that tries to grab me is catching these hands.
Yeah.
Like, they try to grab us out the car.
Oh, God.
I'm kicking, I'm biting,
Oh.
I'm fighting. No, you don't need my samples. Sample somebody else. Don't sample me.
Somebody else.
Don't sample me. You don't need my hair. If I need my hair follicles,
God.
all of it. Don't touch that thing. They're like, dang, they fight real hard. I could not. No, they'd have to paralyze us like they did those two guys.
You know what's so funny? You're all like, I need them all. I'm like, listen, I'll give you 2, but I'm running. Like, I'm dropping them as I'm going. Like, leave me alone. You
like,
got
I
what
took
you...
from a distance.
Yeah, 6 feet apart. Let me toss them to you.
I'm like, y'all not about to make a clone of me.
Oh, God. Listen, I don't care. Make a clone of me. Just don't take me. Don't do nothing to me. Like, leave me alone. Like, if you ask nicely, you might get it. But don't fucking abduct me. Leave me on the ground.
You're like, we can't do this out here next to the car. Like, you can take whatever samples you need, but I just need to be next to my car outside on the ground.
Yeah, and I need to know that when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Like, this is it. That's all. Wham,
it's
bam,
real late. Can we
ma'am.
do this in the morning or something? Like,
yeah,
schedule it on my off day.
Yeah, preferably after noon. Like,
yeah.
And before, like, 5.
Yeah.
I need sunlight.
Midday.
Yeah, midday. Yeah, like, I think a good
After
window
lunch.
like 1 to 3. You know, that works.
Yeah, that's
out.
after lunch.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I just want to know why. I just want to know why Bernie left her.
Yeah, Barney, he said he ran. I'm like, can we go back to this? I don't know if he just was like going to interviews and letting her do most of the talking. But I'm like, nobody ever addressed that. He talked about how he took off and left her in the car.
He straight abandoned his wife.
Like, addressed that.
Yeah, I noticed. But I feel like we would, like, if we're the ones who are being abandoned, we would notice. Like,
me and my husband's unbuckling. I'm unbuckling. We going together. You're not about to leave me.
Exactly.
That's first rules of horror movie: do not split up. Like, what are you doing here? I'm the final girl. You can't leave me by myself in the car.
Well, listen. Apparently he was the final boy because he was out of that bitch. She was the first one. He was the final one.
He said, I'm a black person in a horror movie. I gotta escape.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think her talking about it sounds a lot nicer than I want to say it probably was. Yeah. But
remember, they also didn't remember everything, so she could be just remembering, like, the good stuff, the stuff that was pleasant. She don't remember, like, too much of them, you know, stabbing them up and getting their samples whichever way. It sounds like a weird doctor's visit when she says it.
Oh, God.
When it probably was much worse.
Yeah.
Because, like with the bread case, first of all, they had 2 different experiences when they were abducted by the aliens, and they weren't the pleasantest of things. Didn't they shove something up their nose?
Their fingers.
Yeah.
Only on the young guy.
Yeah, all the way up his nose. Like, I always forget too, but I remember that. I'm like, they did not have a good time.
No, they did not. They were sexually accosted, if you ask me.
And that it sounded they were sexually assaulted by some aliens.
Yeah. But we never know what happened to Bernie. And wait, it's Bernie, right?
Barney.
I keep calling him
Barney
Bernie.
And Betty. Barney and Betty.
Poor Barney. Like, honestly, I wanted, because, you know, the one who had the worst experience is not going to want to talk about it most of the time.
Yeah, that's the one that says the least amount,
Yeah. So Barney didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't say much. You know, it could be that, like, she over there asking them questions about the containers that they're putting the samples in while they got a finger up his nose, you know?
Exactly. Or a finger up somewhere else.
You know what? I don't even want to think about that. Everybody always tries to think
Just
about
saying.
being probed up the butt. Like, what are they looking for? What is up there?
The
What are they
prostate.
looking
I
for?
don't know. Like,
We don't have that.
we
don't
know,
have
but the men
prostates.
do. That's why all the men are the ones getting probed.
You know, maybe.
Maybe they're trying to see, like, maybe we'll find a man who doesn't have a prostate.
2021 they will.
No, but maybe in 2021 they'll find a woman with a prostate. So, like,
2021 they will.
so now
Forget,
we're gonna have men and women getting
go through
abducted.
some changes. Yeah, people go through some changes. You know what? It's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's a little scary. On like Reddit and the news, there has been a lot more UFO sightings.
Yes,
and stuff lately
yeah, they're definitely
over the last couple of months.
Mhm.
And you know, there's been a lot of change with ideas and the way people are. And things have been
Going
accepted.
through changes.
Yes, and so that's what I'm saying. They will definitely find, women with prostates now,
Yeah.
and men without them, and
Mhm.
so they might start, abducting again because they got to retest us. They're like, oh, they changing down there.
Yeah, and
We
you
gotta
know,
get some new samples.
and you know what? I will say that's something that I believe was a contributor to Barney and Betty. Was because
Mhm.
think about it. Like, imagine you're an alien. You've been going around abducting people all the time, and you notice that black and white people usually are not in the same vehicle together,
Mhm.
hanging out together at all. So maybe they saw them like, dude, look at that shit. This is a fucking wild.
This is different,
D-
and that's why
way
they took their
different.
samples.
Yeah, and that's why they went way harder on them. So I'm a little scared now because there's a lot of changes going on here. And what if I get taken to see if I am not what I seem? And-
I'm exactly what I seem. You don't need to tell.
oh, no, they'll take you to see, like, hold on, let's double check. Better safe than sorry, girl.
I'm exactly what I look like. Y'all don't need to take like.
Let's see if she got a prostate in there.
Y'all could just ask. I'll tell you the truth. Like, ain't nobody out here lying.
Oh my god, I can't.
But
Ah,
well, that's that about
that's
that.
definitely not about that.
I think the thing about this and why it blew up so fast, because
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure there were like loads of people who had said they'd been abducted by aliens and come in contact and things before,
Yeah.
but it just seemed so regular. They went on a weekend trip, they
Oh,
driving
yeah.
home, and then
Oh, well,
boom,
what did you
it
say that
happened.
they were doing? Oh,
went on,
their
like, a-
honeymoon, right?
yeah, they just
Yeah.
spontaneously was like, we both have some days off. Let's go to Niagara Falls for a little honeymoon thing, and they went.
Damn.
Had them a good time, and then on their way home, boom.
That's some bullshit, though. Like, they literally just disrupted their romantic vacation. Like, literally on their
Yeah.
way home, they gone and, like, fucked with their good time. Like, I can't. Like, these
Yeah.
aliens did not pass a vibe check. Like, I am so mad. Like,
They did not. But you know what? Betty also didn't, because
oh, yeah, no, she definitely didn't. Like, who tells her to pull over?
why?
I ain't pulling over.
Why are we doing this? Yeah. She definitely didn't pass the vibe test.
But I honestly, sometimes I feel like that's like a contributor to like different races. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For sure, she knows if she does what she's supposed to do, things are gonna go fine with her. Barney, on the other hand, he knows even if he tries to do the best he can, he ain't gonna get the same treatment. So
Yeah.
of course she was
Yeah.
gonna be saying something like that, and Barney was gonna be the one running because he knows like she's probably safer than I am. Which,
Yep.
if you start listening to what she says, it's probably true because they're over here fucking joking around with her, showing her the fucking stars, the cosmos, and shit like that. Where is he? In a dungeon?
Yeah, but I don't think aliens are racist or anything. I think he's just was being quiet and just sitting there taking his examination, hoping that he can go home soon.
No, I don't think aliens are racist either. But if you're going by what I'm saying, where this might just be the government with an LSD fucking
Believable. We've seen the men who stare at goats.
yeah. So it's like, you never know. I'm just playing the devil's advocate over here, and you never know.
Have you seen those memes about that?
But
They had that one where the guy was like, "How much is the devil paying you to advocate for him?"
enough. That's for
How
damn
much?
sure.
He was like, "How much is he paying? I'll double it
It'll double it. Okay, so what am I advocating
for you
now?
to not Because usually the person who's playing the devil's advocate is just being an asshole.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's just like, anybody asked you.
Yeah.
Anybody asked you. Stop. But yeah, because you know what? I would have taken it this way, where if I say me and you driving, we fought as best we could, but they still took us.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they didn't paralyze us. But we still had to do the examination.
I'm still biting.
I would sit there and shut up, being like, you know what, hopefully they'll finish what they gotta do and then they'll drop us back off. But me, I'm the type where I've done this to you before. If you're talking too much, I'd be like, shh, 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 shh.
I just keep going.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I'll be like, stop. You usually be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that one time we were like waiting for the bus. Like from school.
Oh, the homeless
from high
man.
school. Yes.
Yeah.
And he was saying nonsense. It's one thing if he was giving us like a coherent story, but he wasn't. It didn't make any sense. He was drunk. And you're like, yeah. And then what else? And I was like, girl, you stop.
I'm like, but he's telling us a story, kid.
And I said it didn't make sense. And you were like, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stopped talking to him. And what did he do? He wandered away.
Yeah, he sure
because, girl. And that's what I would have. You probably would have had more info because you would have done a lot of talking in the beginning. I'd be like, I need for you to shut up so they can send us home.
I'm like, but they're showing me the cosmos.
Dang. You're right. I'm like, okay, but we have work tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah. I really need to shut up because
we don't have time. If they want to show us the cosmos, they got to schedule a time we can both take off from work or something, make it happen. But we can't. It's time to go home now. And you'll be like, dang, all right.
Yeah, no, for real. For real.
I got to be that person. I'll be that person. Like, this visit is over. I'm unplugging stuff. I'm ready to go. And
I'm like, hold on. They're just barely telling me some interesting shit. Hold on.
Give them your address. Send a letter. I don't know.
No.
I'm ready to go. They don't stab both of us in the stomach looking for children that aren't there.
God. They're taking my eggs and shit. Oh, hell no.
Dang, those eggs cost money. You gotta pay for them suckers.
Hell yeah.
Give me my egg back.
The egg thieves over here, motherfuckers. That's what sucks. Like, you don't know what they took from you because you were fucking paralyzed. I mean, you lost that time, you know?
Betty and Barney, back then, they only took, basic things. Now, I think they're taking more. Because this happened in the 60s, and then, I don't remember when that story happened, I think the 80s? The bread incident? The Pascagoula?
Was it the 80s or 90s?
80s, 90s?
Yeah.
And it seemed like they took much more. They was doing a full physical. They was all up them. And here they took, fingernail clippings. They took, blood samples.
Yeah, I don't...
regular stuff.
Yeah, like in Pascagoula, I don't remember what they were... I remember them taking photographs. And I remember them sticking finger up nostrils. And, tickling the uvula. Fucking Cardi being over here. And... I don't remember much more other than that.
But that's already more. They didn't stick nothing up them, inside them, besides, needles.
That we know of.
They didn't stick nothing down their throat, up their nose.
Okay, Kim, if you had to pick between getting a needle through your stomach or getting some fucking alien fingers up your nostrils, which one are you getting?
The needle? Obviously, we would choose different options here. I don't want nothing up my nose or nothing down my throat. I have a poor gag reflex. I will be throwing up over everything. Yeah, don't touch my uvula because that's not going to work out.
You guys tell us, what would you choose? The needle in the stomach or the fingers up the nose?
I'm not afraid of needles. I am a tattooed individual. I'm not afraid of shots either because I know some people covered in tattoos afraid of shots. I'm not afraid
but
of
a needle that goes straight through your stomach.
She didn't get stabbed. They were taking samples.
We don't know that. She just says she knows that she got like fucking a needle into her stomach. We don't know how far it went.
Look, I'd rather still take that than have them stick something up my nose.
From what I know, is these aliens are fucking miracle workers because apparently they can do some shit to you and later on it's fucking gone. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know
either.
Like, I'm trying. But you know what? A lot of the COVID tests, it's like up the nose and stuff like that. I've been doing pretty good with that. Oh my God.
What?
Conspiracy theory. What if the COVID test is them preparing us for an alien invasion with the fingers going up the nose?
Oh my gosh. What if COVID is not even real and this is just their mass way of getting tests from us?
Oh my God, the aliens are upon us, you guys!
And they took out, some people because they were weaker. That's why people got sick and they're like, didn't make it.
Dude, that's...
They thinned out the herd.
What if they're not even dead and they just got abducted and are with the aliens now?
Also possibility.
Oh my God.
Heaven's Gate. Jesus came and picked him up.
I can't.
On the spaceship.
I can't. This is too much. Please tell me what's in it for us with the oracles. Hopefully better news.
Girl, I am a shuffling. Hopefully it doesn't say y'all about to get abducted.
Did one pop out?
Can't. No, one bent.
Oh. I was gonna say, oh my God, there's a message for us.
If it popped out, that's the one I would have picked. Like, all right, we have number 36.
What's number 36?
Shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this.
All
Some
right.
Positivity. That's what we needed. Because we were low key in panic mode.
I was too. Oh my God, we gonna burn now.
Dialing it back down.
Okay, good.
It says, words are plentiful, but deeds are few. Thinking that the past and the future are better than the present. Being attracted by promises of good times and abundance that may never be kept. Boasting of plenty, but never enjoying it in the moment. Manipulation and withholding. Demand results in the present and work towards satisfying your desires yourself. Don't buy what they are selling. I didn't like how that ended.
I mean, neither. I didn't like how that ended at all. I was like, hold on. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. It said, don't buy what they are selling. Okay.
Yo, you guys, tell me what you think this means, because I don't.
Please talk to us, because
Please.
we're going to be talking about this and having a panic attack, because low key, I feel like the cards just told us we're going to get abducted.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're together. I don't want to be abducted
I'm
alone.
Me either.
And there's not a lot of people who I want to be abducted
with. Definitely.
There are a few people who I would care about. It'll become a just me escaping situation if I'm alone. So hopefully it's the two of us together so that we can have this shared experience, because it looks like they're going to take us and I'm not really feeling it. But at the same time, the way it's been going, at least in the US, we probably need the new alien overlords to kind of redirect us. But it's a lot. It's tough going through this. We're gonna end on a positive note.
All right, let's do this.
We haven't talked about a jam of the week in a while.
Oh, we haven't.
But I have a new jam of the week, and it's funny because this person's not even from America that was playing this song, but it's a song called Long Beach by Coda the Friend, and it's kind of the jam. Like, I listened to it because I was like scrolling, and then like on Instagram it shows like the song or whatever on the reels what they're playing, and the girl was like dancing to it, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that, and looked it up, and I was like, oh wow, it's called Long Beach, and listened to the song, and I was like, oh wow, I like this song. So
they going down Atlantic?
He didn't specify. I don't remember any places, but at the same time, I only listened to it a couple of times, but that's my jam of the week. That, and then Peaches by Justin Bieber, like the remix featuring, well, not the remix, but featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon. I like those two songs right now. And then also, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, Leave the Door Open is a bop.
Hey.
So those are the 3 songs that I added to my playlist this week.
Ooh, nice.
So, you have any jams of the week? We calm down.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have a jam of the week, but I don't want to say right now because that is going to be my topic for next week.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's very fun. The song is also very fun. I'm very excited for it. But another jam of the week that I can also talk about, which is kind of funny because you're mentioning Peaches, that I was listening to, not Peaches, but I was listening to another song called Peaches by the Valley Below. And
I haven't heard that.
You probably heard it, but you just don't know what it's called. I'm gonna play it for you just because I know you've heard it, but we're gonna cut it out because we put these on
the copyright.
Yeah, we put them on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, bitch.
I've never heard that before. Remember, I don't be listening to the radio. I don't have a car. Don't be in the car. So I don't listen to the radio.
What year did this song come in? Like, maybe. But yeah, no, I just think it's funny how we've both been jamming to a Peaches song.
We gotta get some peaches.
I
We gotta get
know.
some pie.
The sweetest peaches.
Mm.
Man. But yeah. I feel a little better, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep drinking my problems away, I guess, because
Nah,
I finished the
I
bottle.
gotta go water the plants, and then I'll probably take a shower first, and then I'll handle my little Moss Amigo, Silent Bob, and then I don't know. I gotta watch the reactions, the trailer for the Suicide Squad, which I hate that. The title came out today or last night, and so I saw the trailer, but now I'm gonna watch the breakdown reactions of it. Cause I hate that. Okay, because the first one is Suicide Squad, and then now this one is the Suicide Squad, and I'm like,
They can't be
okay,
doing that
the
to
difference.
us. I know.
The difference, like,
New title.
it's like how
please?
weird. Yeah, it's the Suicide Squad too. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna watch the like breakdowns and Easter eggs and stuff on it. But it was funny, the like trailer that came out, like the team was going to rescue Harley and she already escaped. She's like, what are you guys doing? They're like, well, we came to get you. And they were like, Jay, we had a good plan. She's like, I'll go back so y'all can do it. And they're like,
you're like, nah.
But I'm like, it looked good. The clip looked good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. It's funny. All of a sudden, like, trailers and stuff are starting to drop because the theaters have
Oh
opened
yeah,
back up.
yeah, they're coming
Because
out.
they were waiting for LA and New York to open the theaters back up because we're the two biggest like movie going markets in America.
Oh wow,
And so I guess in the rest of America it's more smaller like theaters, but it's not as many people going. In LA and New York, that's where people really like, they show up to the movies.
Yeah.
And so, you know, LA, well, California, you know, they've opened up things. And so now stuff is dropping. Well, a lot of stuff is still dropped. Like, some of the stuff that's been coming out is dropping in both places, like the movie theater and like streaming services. But, you know, which I think is going to be like that for a while, just variants of the time that they come out. But yeah.
Yeah, I love the theaters. Like, that's literally one of the like highlights of my life.
Same.
But I'm not gonna be
still
going.
Gonna wait.
Yeah.
Still gonna wait.
I'm giving it about 3 months, and then after that, if we're all good, you know, we'll see. Because, you know, I've been hearing a lot of like spikes in different countries and stuff like that, and you know, we're not doing that great here. So like, I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for more of these. Yeah, I'm waiting for more of these Fauci ouchies to go out. I've been
see if there's a spike after like the amusement parks open back up.
Yeah, I definitely hear, like, I know this just rumors around the bend, but supposedly there's gonna be booster shots for the Moderna and Pfizer ones for the variants and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
Dang, like they still got to get out, you know, the first, you know, shots.
Yeah.
For already, and then now they're telling everybody who already got them that you got to get a third shot.
Yeah, well, because you got to think about it, Pfizer and Moderna don't have any clinical studies that they do anything with the variants, and the variants is what we have to worry about right now, because like those are like the higher class, the higher tier. They have evolved, so you know, we can't just be looking out for the, you know, the good old Rona. Now we got to look out for like Rona 2.0. So we're gonna need boosters for those. So I don't know. Whatevs. Anyway. Got anything else you gotta say?
No, that was it.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, it's always fun to tell you guys about these things we learn about. We hope to hear. We hope you guys join us again next week. This is Hyra.
And Kim.
And don't you ever forget, you're the bee's knees.
Item 9.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sorry.
Girl, are you at the microphone? It's so
I'm
loud. Move that bag up.
I can't.
Lift that bag up. Yes, you can.
My
You can lift
microphone
that
is right
bag.
in front of me.
It was like forced ASMR. Like, you put it down by the microphone to open that bag.